Hey guys, welcome back to another Q&A video, and look at that. Alright. Let's get to it. What questions do we have here? Okay, so first question is, what are my thoughts on vegan bodybuilding? In fact, I used to be a vegetarian from when I was 12 to about 14 or so. I was vegetarian. So I quit being vegetarian about a year ago. So some of the pictures you guys have seen, I might have actually been vegetarian at the time. So the reason I did it was because I just thought it was healthy, and it probably was healthier than what I'm eating like right now. I'm not saying that meat is unhealthy. I'm just saying that back then I made healthier food choices in general. Like, I ate more vegetables and stuff, and I ate meat on very rare occasions, like on holidays or when family was over. And now I'm a little less strict on what I eat, but I gained maybe 15 pounds in that year and a half of being vegetarian. So it probably wouldn't be a good diet for pro bodybuilders or anything, but it definitely is possible to get muscular and lean while eating vegan. Not that I was vegan, I was vegetarian, but it's still possible as vegan. How did I gain weight the fastest? Well, it's all about being consistent, because it takes many years to gain a good amount of weight. If there was a faster way that was legal and healthy and safe, then I'd probably be doing that. But the truth is, there is no magic pill you can take. There is no magic diet that works like crazy for everyone. It's just about working hard, finding what works best for you, finding what program works best for you, what diet, and things like that, and staying consistent and doing it for years. Then you'll get great physique. Best way to grow chest muscles fast. Like I said, takes a lot of time. The best way to grow them fast is illegal. So that probably wouldn't work for most people. What is my current training routine? Do I focus on strength, hypertrophy, or both? My current training routine is designed to focus on my weak points, so it won't work for everyone. I work out 5 days a week right now. On Monday, I do arms and calves. Tuesday's rest. Wednesday, chest and calves. Thursday, shoulders. Friday, quads and hamstrings, but no calves. Saturday, back, traps, and calves. And Sunday's rest. So I'm focusing on my weak points, which are traps and calves. I train calves 3 times a week, and traps twice. Everything else is once a week. Okay, next question. Oh yeah, the question also asks if I focus on strength, hypertrophy, or both. For a bodybuilder, when you're on stage flexing, it doesn't really matter how much you can bench. The judges don't grade you on that. It's all about the physique you have. So I don't focus a lot on strength. I may do a few heavy sets, but the rest of it is lightweight because, well, medium to lightweight. I don't use like a 10-pound dumbbell and do 100 reps on bench press. I don't do that. I might start off the workout with 3 to 4 heavy sets of like 6 to 12 reps. Then the rest would be 10 to 20 reps, the rest of the workout. And I've experimented with many different workout styles of like going heavy or going light, and I found that especially for legs, going light is way more painful. I get much sore. I get much more results going lightweight, high reps. So that's what works for me. Now for other people like Michael Hearn, they like to go heavy. If that works for them, then they can do it. Find what works best for you. Next question. How big are my biceps? My arms are 15.5 inches flexed without pump. With pump, they're bigger, but I've never measured them with the pump before. Will I ever be big enough? Probably not. There will probably be a point where if I get any bigger, I might get a worse placing in a classic physique competition that I'm going to be in. But I won't reach that point anytime soon. Is muscle confusion true? It is definitely true. When your muscles are not confused, you don't get any results. If you do the same 3 sets of 10 on bench press with the same weight every week, even if you slowly progress in weight with 3 sets of 10 on bench press every week, you won't get near as much results if you change things up, because if you do the same exercise, the same amount of sets, the same amount of reps, your chest will be prepared for that. It'll know that you're going to do that. It'll be used to it. If you want to confuse your chest and force it to get bigger and stronger, you have to keep hitting it from different angles with maybe different amount of rep ranges and different amount of weight, so that way it has to be good at doing so many different things. So I never do the same workout every week. I don't write my workout plan and do that every week. I always change things up, and that's what works best for me, because it keeps my muscles sore. If I do the same thing over and over again, my muscles stop getting sore, and soreness is the way you can tell if your workouts are good or not. You got to make them as sore as possible. That means your workouts are as good as possible. What is my opinion on lifting heavy weight for low reps at 15 to 16 years old? Well, like I said before, I don't focus on going extremely heavy, doing sets of 3 to 5 reps. I don't do any of that. And the weight that I use, the rep ranges I use and stuff, has not affected my height. I am 5'7". My dad is 5'9". My mom is an inch or two shorter than me. So I'd say my height is right on track. But for some people who want to be a powerlifter and go heavier but they're a teenager, to be honest, I can't answer that question. I don't know. I don't want to pretend like I'm an expert with everything. I don't know if it will stunt your growth or not going super heavy at that age. How much muscle would you say is a good amount to gain per year? When some people hear that question, they will answer, oh, go to this website and use this formula. You'll gain 20 pounds the first week, then exactly half of that the first year, not the first week. Then you'll gain half of that amount the next year, then half of that the next year, then half the next year. And they just grab this formula and they use that. But it doesn't work that way. That's just a theory. The first year that I worked out, I gained 10 pounds. I went from 125 to 135 pounds. The second year, I gained 20 pounds. I went up to 155. And the third year, I gained 15 pounds. I went up to 170, which is my weight right now. So the first year was 10, second year was 20, third year was 15. So the formula doesn't work for me. What is my daily food routine like? I eat whatever I want. That's what I do. It won't work for everyone. But like I described my diet a few minutes ago, I try and eat healthy in general, but I don't track my macros or my calories or anything. How do you gauge whether or not your workout will stimulate muscle growth? It's all about the amount of soreness you have the next day. The sorer you are, the better. If I could work out with one famous bodybuilder, who would it be and why? That's a really hard question. I would say Artemis Dolgen. He used to compete in physique, but now he's competing in classic physique, and he's a very aesthetic guy. He's got a really small waist. He can do a really good vacuum. For those who don't know, a vacuum is when you suck your stomach in all the way, and I can't do it. But Artemis Dolgen does it very well, and when you suck in your stomach, it makes everything else look so much bigger. Because your waist is small, it makes your shoulders look wider and everything. It looks awesome when Artemis Dolgen does it. Looks very aesthetic. He's going to be great in classic physique, which is the division that I want to compete in. So he would be the perfect trainer for me. How old was I when I first started training? I was 12 years old. What builds muscle? Lightweight with low reps, or lightweight with high reps, or heavyweight with less reps? Like I said, I go with a little bit of heavyweight at the beginning of my workout, and then I lighten the weight and go high reps the rest of the workout. That's what works for me. For other people, it may be different. Experiment with different things to find what works best for you. Do I take any pre- or post-workout supplements? I do not. I don't take protein powder, no pre-workout, no BCAAs or anything. I want to try out BCAAs though. I want to see what they do to my body, but I've tried pre-workout before, but I personally don't like it. If other people like it, they go ahead and use it. There's nothing wrong with it if you can afford it. For me, if I want energy, I just drink coffee. I love my espresso machine. And how many calories do I eat per day? Like I said, I don't track that. Probably between 2,500 to 3,000. What foods are good for gaining weight? Anything that's high calorie. You can build lots of muscle by eating junk food. However, you'll also gain lots of fat. So when you're bulking, just go for high calories and try and make healthy choices in general, but it doesn't have to be, when you're bulking, you don't have to be super strict or anything. Some people are strict when they're bulking, some aren't. But if you just want to build muscle, then the more calories the better. Ask Rich Piano that. Watch his videos about it. They're very nice. They're very informative. Are there any foods that I avoid eating? Nope. Okay. Thank you guys for the good questions. This is much better than the last Q&A I did last summer. It's been a while. Speaking of summers, this summer I'm planning on making another transformation video. It's going to be even better than the last year's one. Thank you guys for watching this whole video. You made it to the end. One last thing. If there's anything I said in this video that you disagree with, you may dislike the video if you want, but instead of posting a rude hater comment or something, why don't you make your own YouTube channel, post your own videos, and tell other people what you believe is right, instead of hating on other people's channels. Thank you, and see you guys later.